Hey viewers, if you want your stories, experiences of infidelity, breakup, cheating, to be narrated and get featured to others in our Mr. Cool's Planet community, feel free to submit your stories to the mail given in description. Either way, please don't forget to subscribe if you like the channel. Let's go.
Hello my friends, today our community is taking us into intricacies of infidelity. So, buckle up and prepare for an exciting voyage. Let's get in. Story 1. I 26M discovered that my newly married wife 25F is cheating with her coworker. We got married near the end of last year, and things are going well, but recently, I have been a bit busy during the New Year and Chinese New Year with my business. The time frame is important. And then during Chinese New Year, I was taking a peek at her phone like I sometimes do, but she was hiding it. I saw a notification from her coworker in a personal messaging app, let's say his name is John. I felt odd, but I didn't make a fuss about it since we are in front of our family as well, so I let it be. First discovery. But the odd feeling resided, so after a few weeks, almost a month after the Chinese New Year, I decided to do a random check on her phone in front of her, and this is the first time I discovered that she was texting John quite intensively. She denied everything until I came across some selfies. I checked her chat with her other coworkers and friends, and I had never seen her sending any selfies, some hints of deleted chats, and some more than friends kind of texts. And then she apologized and admitted that she was wrong, and the reason why she did it was that she didn't receive enough attention from me. She also mentioned that this has been going on since New Year, which is the busiest month for me. And lastly, she also admitted that she had some feelings for John but tried her best to suppress them. I approached her calmly and I tried to be understanding and try my best to give her attention as much as I can ever since. Second discovery. After the first discovery, I got a business trip abroad, so I had to leave her at home. Everything was good when I came back, until about a week later when I randomly woke up super early. Curiosity got the best of me and I admit I was wrong, but I opened her phone while she was asleep and found even spicier texts in multiple personal messaging apps. This time I got overwhelmed by my emotion and said something hurtful, but again her stance is apologetic. She said she knows she was wrong and will try to fix this. I didn't trust her. Sorry, and her, will not do it again, because I felt like she was sorry because she got caught. She also initially denied it multiple times until I show her the proofs. I love her so much, but my trust took a big hit, but I still decided to give her a chance. However, I repeat, my trust took a big hit and I went overboard and installed a tracker for messages on her phone without her knowing a few days later. Third discovery. And bingo, I saw her texting John with even more intimate chats. She said a blatant "I love you, miss you, wishes I was there for you," etc. to John. This happened after I talked to my friend in a mall asking for advice, because previously I was not 100% sure if it was something more, maybe 90%, but I still have doubts. And then after I saw this message I went home and confront her, showing the screenshots from my tracker app because she deleted the messages on her phone. Thanks to my friend I managed to start the confrontation calmly and asked, where does she want our relationship and their relationship to go? And what was the reason for doing this? And finally, I asked for a divorce. She had a meltdown, cried, and begged me to not file for a divorce. But whatever she said, I just couldn't trust her and couldn't feel any jealousy or sadness inside me, only disappointment and maybe resolve. She claimed to say those things only because John was sick, and she had soft spot for sick people. I do not believe it, but I do want to make this relationship work because I love her, so I compromised instead of immediately divorcing, but my trust in her is essentially gone. So right now I give her a final chance to let her convince me if it's really a flux. I'm not sure, and it's like I believe that 99% is impossible, but I'm still hoping for that 1%. Anyway, I'm currently consulting with a lawyer, nothing final yet, got a free consultation session, and gave her a few weeks to convince me. Side note, one of the things that really broke my heart is that I thought we were doing very well because a few overseas holidays are lined up, My business is doing well, we just upgraded our house, and basically have a lot of plans for the future, but apparently, it's because she had someone to talk to when we have problems. I think I became desperate and in need of advice from strangers with various love experiences in this Mr. Cool's Planet community. So I would love to hear your thoughts, thank you in advance. Brother. Sorry, but why the fuck would you give her another chance? How many times do you need to learn a lesson before it sinks in? Your wife has cheated on you and lied to you for months now. You say you've always been zero tolerance, but this is the least zero tolerance I've come across. Story 2. What would you do in this situation? I found out my wife has been exchanging nudes via Snapchat to someone who she met at work. So here's the background to the story. My wife 23F and I 25M have been married since September. However, we have been together for over 4 years now. I have a daughter age 5 who I have majority parenting time with from a previous relationship. We share one child together age 3. When we first got together, like maybe a month or 2 into our relationship, I found out she was cheating on me. I was assured it would never happen again and I believed it. Although she has always been the super jealous type and I have caught her going through my phone multiple times. Not like I have anything to hide from her. Anyway, she never has kept a steady job with steady hours in the years we've been together. I had a very flexible work schedule until about 2 months ago, so that would free up any shift she wanted, that way someone was home with the kids. We broke up for a short time in 2021. I made very bad decisions and moved a high school friend of mine in and started dating. It didn't work out, so wife and I decide to work things out. So, in the months following us getting back together, she accused me of cheating on her with said high school friend multiple times. Was a very nasty breakup ending in myself getting an op on the high school friend. Was very obvious that I was never going back to high school friend. So the only way she says she can stop thinking that is if I agree to get married. I was very reluctant and had put it off and even told her before we got back together that I wanted to be together for a few more years before marriage. But I was dumb and I agreed. Keep in mind my daughter's mom left her when she was a baby and my wife was there for her when she needed a mom since age 1. I was thinking of the kids and that's probably why I said yes. So long story short, September of last year we get married, we move into a bigger house, I get this awesome job, we are doing great physically and emotionally. Could be better financially, but at least she's working. One night I took an early nap, I woke up and grabbed for my phone to see what time it was. I couldn't find it, my wife was not in the room, I saw her phone so I called my phone. It was in the bathroom and she was snooping. Again, I have nothing to hide and she promptly apologized. It's whatever, I don't really care. But something about it bothered me that time. So a couple days later when I woke up for work I grabbed her phone. I was greeted with a Snapchat conversation that ended with a bunch of dong pics. The conversation went back a few weeks, they talked about where they would meet, how they would hook up, dirty things were said to him that my wife won't even say to me. So I confront my wife on it after work. She told me that it wasn't what I thought it was and that she was trying to set up a sexual activity for the both of us, right? Not to mention I was never mentioned in their conversation, but I don't want that anyway. She didn't really cry like she usually does when she messes up or disappoints me. Which I thought was odd. So again, I think we're going to work it out. Everything is okay for a week or two, then yesterday she tells me she met him for coffee. While I was at work and our kids were at school, she met him for coffee. She said that she ended everything there and that nothing happened. I don't believe it. I want to believe it, but I also kinda want to get a divorce. I've worked 50+ hour weeks to make ends meet because she didn't want to work. Mind you, she's had multiple job opportunities, she just says she didn't want to do that. I have almost single-handed supported my family for the past 4.5 years. I would probably get a divorce, but I know I can't afford child care. I leave for work at 5 a.m. and don't return until 4 to 5 p.m. Our kids get on the bus for school at noon and get home around 3:30 to 4 p.m. I have no family near me that can help with the kids if I do get a divorce. I feel trapped. If we do get a divorce, 99.9% chance she moves back in with her mom 2 hours south. As she cannot afford to live on her own income, what would you guys do? Buddy, I wanna say this to you. File the divorce. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. You gave her every opportunity and she didn't care. It's gonna suck, but the sooner you divorce, the sooner you can rebuild your life. Story 3. Am I numb? I'll try to make this quick. Me and my wife have been married for 15 years, and like any other relationship, we have our ups and downs. It all started last year in August. A guy from work was Snapchatting her and my jealousy got the best of me. I was upset that she was just giving away her Snapchat to a random guy. I was jealous and acted like a child for a week. The next weekend she went to hang out with her friend and came home late. As soon as she walked into the house, my stomach curled and I had a bad feeling. I asked her if she just cheated on me and she denied it. After 20 minutes of arguing, she told me that another guy did Snapchat her, so I asked her if I could see it and she said no because I would be upset. We went to sleep and the next morning I woke up with that feeling again. She was still asleep, so I looked in her phone and found out she met up with a guy. She said they just kissed, but I don't buy it. Fast forward a week and we go back to arguing about the Snapchat. It came out that she had been visiting him before work for a few weeks now. She said she hadn't slept with him and I choose to believe her. Fast forward about a month, after a lot of counseling we decide we are going to try and fix it. We still aren't okay, but we are better. We both decide it's best for her to go with her mom for a week to figure out exactly what she wants to do. She returns and everything seems good. We are going to fix it. I still notice she is distant and I can't help to feel like she did me wrong. I take an STD test and find out she slept with him the day she was going to visit her mom. That day she went with him while I was at work, and then we met up because I wanted to say goodbye before she drove 9 hours away to her mom's for a while. After I find out about her infidelity, I told her this is the end. We are done and I'm done playing this back and forward game. I got divorce papers ready to go, but before I do this I decide to talk to my counselor. He tells me to wait a week, then decide, so I do. I decide to give her another chance and she starts to act very differently. She quit her job and is doing everything she can to get trust back. Currently we are doing good, but I don't see her as the same person anymore. I still love her, but sometimes I feel numb inside and I want to walk away. It's been 6 months and the thought of what she did still haunts me. I just can't get over the fact that she did me wrong while we were trying to work it out. She actually never came clean on her own and it's killing me inside. I want us to work out, but I just don't know how to get over what she did. Any help or advice would be greatly welcomed and appreciated. Man, the toughest part is that even after you caught her, and she knew that you knew, she still went and slept with him. That's how little respect she has for you. Stop wasting your time and divorce her. Her quitting her job just made your alimony payments bigger. She's playing you hard. No remorse for cheaters. Story 4. Suspicions about my 34M partner 28F reconnection with ex. Hi all. I 33M have been with my partner 28F for a bit more than 5 years. Just to give a bit of background, when I met her, she had a boyfriend from distance, and in the beginning we were just friends. After some months, we were fully attracted to each other, and she asked her ex if they could be in an open relationship while they were in distance. The fool agreed and the rest are history. We started a casual thing, fell in love, and at the end she just broke up with him. Years passed, today we have 2 kids, but the relationship is going through some hardships, but we see a therapist and trying to work things out. We still love each other, but reality has hit hard. Living abroad with 2 kids and zero help or other family has impacted our relationship. So last year my partner's ex, with whom they ended in bad terms because this whole mess that I explained above added her on social and the lane they started talking again. They had causal small talk in the beginning so I didn't give it much thought. Then at some point, he responded to one of my partner's story with our kids, that our kids should have been theirs. My partner didn't disclose this, I just found out by accident. I confronted her about this and she said that she didn't pay much attention to it and tried to ignore it. However, she kept talking with him. I cooled down about this and she agreed on minimizing contact with him, and she understood that this was an inappropriate comment. This happened about a year ago, and to this day she kept contact with him. For the past weeks, I realized that their contact had increased quite significantly. When I asked why they are talking too much, she responded that it's just small talk. Anyways, I brought this up to our therapist and suggested that she should cut contact with him as at this point he is a negative distraction for our relationship. Yesterday, I requested from her to show me the messages that they were sending last week. So the one bit that had gotten into me is that the guy was asking whether my partner will be going to her hometown abroad this year and that he was planning to go at some point this year, as he has a wedding there. My partner then asked why he was asking that, and his answer was that if they met coincidentally, they could have a coffee. My partner said something between the lines of, "Yes, sure, why not, but it would be difficult to meet coincidentally." This has filled me with doubts about my partner now, also given the history that she has and the way that our relationship started. I expressed my disappointment for her already, but I'm not sure how to approach this. Thanks to whoever read it all. I would really like your opinion on the situation, and how I should approach this. Dude, listen. Contact with him needs to stop now. If she can't, then you tell her divorce papers will be on the table if you find out. You need to come in with a hammer, not a feather. That brings us to the end of today's collection of stories, my dear companions. We sincerely hope that you found this journey enjoyable and gained some valuable insights from each narrative. It's worth remembering that stories possess the ability to unite us and rekindle our sense of common humanity. To stay updated on our next excursion, do hit that subscribe button, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Lastly, continue exploring and sharing your personal stories with the world. If you have a story to share, send it over to the mail given in description. Farewell until our next adventure.